For the past 2 years, I've stuck to the same routine, waking up at around 4 to 6 every single day, meditating an hour at least before getting to work, learning and being creative for the rest of the day. All of that is pretty difficult to do on a regular basis, and yet I have tricked my brain to like doing those hard things. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can reprogram your brain to like doing the hard things, just like I did. And when it comes to reprogramming your brain, it's all just a game of happy hormones. What are those happy hormones? There are essentially 4 hormones related to your happiness, and those are DOSE, dose. You can search it up on Google right now. Dose happy hormones. And D stands for dopamine, O for oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. Those 4 hormones essentially trigger your happiness in your brain. And whenever you feel happy doing something, you do that activity more and more. The more happiness you get from doing something, the more you do that activity. And from DOSE, dose, the last 3 hormones, namely oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin, those are not usually linked directly to work, but instead come from your overall lifestyle. Now, obviously, your lifestyle affects how hard you can work, so I'll just briefly go over those hormones before we head to the topic of dopamine. For oxytocin, how can you trigger that in your brain? Now, oxytocin is a hormone for connection and love, so you simply need to socialize and spend more time with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, with your pet, with another being that you love, and that will trigger oxytocin in your brain. Endorphin is more about stress relief, so exercising and taking a shower, those activities will help you trigger endorphin in your brain to feel better. And serotonin is about keeping your mood, overall mood and emotions in check. So you need to live a natural life to trigger serotonin. And by natural life, I mean like go for a walk in nature, get more sunlight, eat clean, meditate, and that's it. Now, to hack your brain to like doing the hard things, you need to check your dopamine and make sure that you get it from healthy sources. And dopamine is tricky. Like, it's a hormone associated with reward, and it can come from like anything that resembles reward. For example, all these social medias that you see, that will also give you dopamine, but it gives you dopamine in such a bad manner that you actually get addicted to it. It doesn't make you feel better. Instead, you just act like a drug addict, and it's not good for your work, it's not good for your health, it's not good for your mind. So first of all, get rid of all the nonsense dopamine sources, like porn, like video games, like internet, scrolling on the internet, social medias. Those are all sources that fries your dopamine receptors. Those make you more addicted to chase after more cheap dopamine, drugs, casual sex, all of that, alcohol. And those are not natural sources of dopamine. We didn't get dopamine, we didn't feel good from technology and internet and social medias back just a few decades ago. You see, in the most natural sense, completing a task is a reward in itself. I remember when I was a kid, I would simply be happy when I finished my homework, because I would get my reward from finishing the task, from finishing my homework. And back then my dopamine receptors were not fried by all these technology and internet. So hopefully you can relate to that, You probably didn't scroll on the internet back when you were a little kid, did you? You probably also felt happy after simply finishing your homework or any task at hand. So at least remove all of that artificial poison from your life. All of those social medias, internet and reels and all of that, Instagram, video games, porn, cheap dopamine factors. And if you're finding it difficult to remove social medias from your phone, to not use internet that much, then just think of it like, what's the worst thing that could happen if you deleted all the social medias, if you just didn't use phone that much, your internet that much? What's the worst thing that could happen in your life? You'll get bored. And that's it. That's it. You'll just get bored. That's the worst thing that will happen if you deleted your social medias. Rest of it is just FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, I'll miss out on the party. I'll miss out on that message of my friend. It doesn't matter. All right? What is more important to you? Your goals, your ambition, or a message from your junkie friend that is calling you to party next week, this Saturday or something, this weekend? So, at most, the worst thing that would happen is you'll get bored. And there's nothing wrong with being bored. Do you realize that? Now I know all these mainstream media these days is just preaching, there's no need to get bored, just use Netflix, buy this subscription, and you are free to use it all day long. Don't stay bored even for a moment. Buy this subscription and you can just simply skip the ads and everything and just watch. Fry your dopamine receptors. But if you see, our natural way of life is us getting bored. In fact, it's when you get bored that all of the creative ideas come to you. You become more mindful. You also don't waste your brain power, your mental energy in mindless consumption. So there are a lot of benefits in just being bored. And that's what will make you enjoy doing hard things. For example, when you are hungry, when you are very hungry, that's when even the simplest of food tastes super nice, like a luxury dish, isn't it? But when you're full, when your belly is full, nothing appeases you. Not even the tastiest of food. Like you're full up to this much. There's no space in your belly. Will anything appease you? No, obviously not. But when you're hungry, even the simplest of food, that is sure to grab your attention. That is sure to make you feel nice, make you feel tasty, like the food was tasty. So your brain is just like that. When you feed all of the junk information, there's no place to feel good. There's no place to feel better from doing the hard things, from doing the good, productive things. So just let your brain be hungry and let it search for meaningful, healthy, productive tasks to feed its hunger, rather than making cheap dopamine decisions and feeding your brain with all of that TikTok reels, all of those YouTube shorts, porn, video games, drugs. Don't do that. Simply just stay in silence, get bored, then you'll enjoy doing even the hardest of things. You'll get your dopamine from doing the hard work, from finishing the task, from completing your goal. And that's the natural way of life. Just stay bored. That's it. And try your best to follow your routine. If you don't have a routine yet, make one. Like, what's stopping you? You need a routine. And you'll notice that just keeping up with your goals, your routine, once you make one, makes you far more motivated and happy than scrolling on the internet, than watching other naked people having sex in a gruesome manner. Like, it's stupid. It's like weird. All of those internet cheap dopamine factors, those are incomparable to the the natural sources of dopamine that come from finishing the task, finishing the important work, completing your mission, your goal. When you get your reward from natural sources like work, like walking in nature, like getting sunlight, that's when you feel ready for more. That's when you feel more motivated and happy internally. Like, have you ever seen someone who is addicted to the cheap sources of dopamine, who keeps constantly scrolling on the phone? Is there a smile on their face like this? Is there a genuine happiness in their eyes, a sense of fulfillment in their soul, in their aura, in their being? No, of course not, because they are selling their life to addiction, to cheap dopamine sources, to companies that produce those cheap dopamine sources, like porn industry, like all the social media companies. So that's not good. And you know that it's not good for you either. You know what's good for you. Work, living a natural life, spending more time with your family, of course. Those are healthy for you. Exercising, working hard on your physical self, working hard on your mental self, practicing mindfulness. Those are healthy for you. And simply living the kind of lifestyle that is natural, that is healthy, will help you enjoy doing the hard work. Because only when you live a natural life do you get your happy triggers from the reward of achievement, from the reward of completing the task, rather than scrolling. So, when you can do that, you will love doing the hard work because of the fulfillment you get from it. Not because of scrolling, not because of chatting with a crush of yours, not because of looking at other pictures of someone you really like or something. Those are bullshit, actually. So, simply live a natural life, and then when you get your dopamine from regular work, from the tasks, from your routine, from staying bored, then to make it further rewarding, introduce healthy rewards right after you finish doing your work. And there are tons of rewards, actually. You can get some tasty prasad meal right after you finish your work. You can listen to healing, transcendental music. You can listen to kirtan. You can listen to instrumental music. And there are tons of variety of healthy rewards that you can choose from. And that will make you feel better. That will actually rejuvenate you from within, from all of the tiredness of work. That will heal you from it. That will rejuvenate you and make you ready for more. That will upgrade your energy and increase your consciousness. So, those are the things that you need to choose to get dopamine from, not the cheap sources. And yes, when you can do that, even the hard kind of work that seems hard in the eyes of others, to you it will feel like not even doing the work. And that's when you'll actually have fun doing the hard work. So since you've watched this far, it might have been like a hard work for you to watch this long video. So to reward you, I'll just sing a kirtan. Ready? Wait. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this is one source of healthy dopamine. And right after you finish your work, reward yourself with these kinds of sources rather than being glued to your phone. So hopefully this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck and never give up. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.